We're here today to show you our brand new bunch washer, and it's right over here at my left. So the basic idea is that we use a pressure washer. We accomplish the task of washing bunches a lot easier than we have in the past, where usually you'd use a hose and you'd be squeezing it and you'd be holding your bunch in one hand. This basically is hands-free, and it makes it quite a bit easier to get a bunch completely clean. So what we have is a foot-activated valve down here. It's all on its own easily maneuverable stand. And the 5-gallon bucket is sort of the basis for it. We have 3 spray jets, each 120 degrees apart from one another, and each of them has a 40-degree fan spray. And to power it, what we use is just a 15-amp commercial duty pressure washer. We burned through a couple of lighter duty versions. I just created this little housing for it to keep it a little bit dry and out of the elements. And basically this one has a 1,500 pounds max pressure, 1,500 or 1,600 pounds, and you can adjust it and turn it down if needed. So what we're going to do to get started is we'll take our pressure washer that we use for our bin washing, our harvest bin washing, and we'll take that off. We've relieved the pressure already to the system, so we can take that off. And then what we'll do is we'll get this stand in position where we want to do our washing. And we have a number of nice tables here that we use and an easy setup for filling a wash tank. And we're really concerned with ergonomics here, so our wash tank is height adjustable also with hydraulics. We simply pump a foot pedal. So we'll get that sort of in position next to our dunk tank. Nice, so it's going to be comfortable. This thing has a height adjustment for various height people, so it's comfortable for you. Okay, now we're going to attach this to the inlet here on our foot valve. And then we're going to turn on our water supply. And we're going to depress the foot valve to get the air out of the system. And you can see it under just normal hose pressure. We don't want to get the camera wet, but they're spraying from all 3 directions there. And then we go ahead and flip the pressure washer on. It's nice and quiet model. Then what we're going to do is, it's been a very rainy day, but we want to suit up for this sort of a thing because you can get pretty wet. So we'll pull the cart right there close to where we want to work. The spray jets aren't that powerful with this setup, but just to be safe, I'll use full arm length gloves here. As a point of comparison, what most people would do is they'd take a hose and they would spray. And you'd spray it, you'd turn it, you'd spray it, you'd turn it, you'd look for the dirt spots, and you'd finally get it all clean. Take about that long. And then we usually would dunk it too, get the leaves all nice and clean. And then you put it in a case. Now the advantage here with the pressure washer is you have both hands free. Grab 2 bunches at once, depress the foot pedal, it starts spraying. You can put one in, get it nice and clean, and you can continue just right with the other one while you're kind of inspecting this one. And you got beautifully clean bunches there. And then you can dunk them both at once, pack them in your bin. So you can basically work twice as fast, or maybe even a little more, because you have less. You know, you have to turn it just a little to get it from all angles. You can be kind of working the other one without watching what you're doing there. These are some big beet. There we go. So both of those bunches are nice and clean. Dunk them both. Get them over here. On to the next set. I like to pre-dunk them, get a little bit of that foam. So we're reaching the end of the bin washing process, or the bunch washing process here. And then I'll show you the way we would take all of our cases and get them in the cooler efficiently. So the last couple bunches, we dunk them, put them in our case. And then what we usually do with cases is we have these nice, strong, sturdy buckhorn containers with attached lids. We simply lean them against one of our benches at an angle, upside down. You want to fill them pretty full so that they don't move around in there and get damaged. But we have all these bins of beets that we just washed here. We've got a scale recessed in the slab, And what we use here are these little plastic mini pallets. And we'll just set them there on the scale. So when we take that off the scale, we have 232 pounds. So we know that we had 182 pounds of beets that we just harvested. And 120 bunches. A couple things to wrap up that I forgot to mention. One other advantage besides the speed and the fact that you are not maneuvering that hose, you could lead to less carpal tunnel, those sorts of issues. But also, when our water hose is spraying here, I think we're somewhere around 5 gallons a minute flow. When we're using that pressure washer, we're only 1.7 gallons a minute. So we're saving a lot of water. And it's important to note that it's not flowing all the time. It's only flowing when you're depressing it with your foot. So it's pretty efficient in that way. Hope you enjoyed this tour. We'll see you soon.